Ever since I was a little kid, I've always been a PlayStation fanboy. And when the PS5 came out, I was of course hyped because I really wanted one myself as an avid PS4 connoisseur. But with all the scalping, I just couldn't put up with the $1,000 price tag. So I passed up on the PS5 and I went to a gaming PC. I bought a pre-built, and since then I became a pretty strict hardcore PC gamer and always looked down upon the consoles. Since then, I've grown a bit more mature. Anyways, I found a pretty good deal on a PS5 console. I finally got one after when did it come out? After 4 years of not having one. And honestly, I was gonna say no because, let's be honest, I just spent money on a Switch OLED that I didn't need. I don't think I need a PS5 either, but I got it for a really good deal, $275 for pretty much a complete in-box PS5, and it was barely even used. It was from my uncle, so if you're watching this video, thanks for the good deal. But I want to look at the PS5 as a PC gamer, at a PC gamer perspective, and just see my first impressions on it, because I haven't gamed on it yet. But yeah, let's get right into it. First off, I want to say, absolutely loving the controller. I was a big fan of the PS4 controller for a while there. It was my go-to controller for literally any PC game. I always went with my PS4 controller, and eventually I got an Xbox controller and I liked it better. And then ever since then, I kind of just, I don't want to say dislike, but I just didn't see the PS4 controller as superior as something like the Xbox Series X controller. And I think the Dualsense controller definitely fixes that kind of quality issue I had with the PS4 controller in the kind of the post PS4 era. It's bigger, it feels more ergonomic for my larger hands. The sticks feel a bit different too, they feel more high quality. They also make some nice sounds. The buttons feel, I don't know, they just feel more high quality. And also I just realized that stuff is happening in the background because I'm pressing the buttons on the controller. And it uses USB-C for charging, a good upgrade. And they did put a microphone on here, but I'm not assuming the microphone is very good. It's probably just a very cheap standard microphone they get you buy in online games. And the controller feels heavy too. I heard the battery life isn't very good on this controller. Probably due to stuff like the fancy triggers on it. Also, something more controllers need to take advantage of is like the little textured things on the grips. As for the console, I picked up the Slim variant. I should probably scoot back for this. But here is the console, the digital Slim edition. I do plan on getting the disc drive. I actually just ordered it on the PlayStation website, and I will be installing it so I can play all my PS4 games and hopefully some of the PS5 exclusives before they come to PC. And I think we all know that the PS5 kind of has quite an interesting design, but nobody cares what it looks like. Let's look at some of the ports on here to see if they improved from the original PS4. On the back, we have a pretty big exhaust port for all of your fans and stuff. We have an HDMI port. I'm assuming it's like HDMI 2.1 since this does have 8K support and can do 120 Hertz. We got an Ethernet port right here. I'm assuming gigabit Ethernet. I don't think Sony went all out with the 2.5G Ethernet. We have two just standard USB ports. They are, what is it, USB 3.1. So that means you're getting 10 gigabits per second. So that'll be good for your external hard drives. This thing also does have an upgradable NVMe SSD inside somewhere. As for the front, you got your power button right here. Every console is gonna have a power button. How else would you turn it on? And you got two USB-C ports right here. This is different from the original PS5. I know they added another one, 10 gigabits per second. So pretty useful for me. I'm always accepting of these useful, innovative changes that help improve speeds and performance. As for the cooling on the front, we got these side panels that have openings in them that allow air to go inside. And you can kind of see the fan if you look in here. I don't know if you can see editor zoom in onto that, but it does have a pretty large fan. Kind of reminds me of the PS3 fan. I know the PS4 kind of had a little baby fan and it overheated a lot. It was like a jet engine. And I've been kind of idling this thing and it seems to heat up a little bit, but I don't hear the fan. So I take that as an improvement over my PS4 that was quite literally a jet taking off. It was ridiculous. As for the included peripherals, I'm pretty sure it comes with an HDMI cable. I don't know if my uncle just put that in the box, But it also comes with a USB-C charging cable for your controller. I mean, it's just a standard cord. It's nice to have a USB-C charging cable. Pretty standard thing. Sadly, no stand. I guess Sony had to cut costs somewhere. I don't know why the PS5 Pro is $700 and it doesn't have a disk drive or a stand. No one cares about RT support and AI crap. It's a console. Now, I know it's a bit hard to see, but you can see that monitor back there. 1440p, 165 Hz, so I know probably not taking advantage of the entire machine. I do also have a 4K monitor that I will be using it with as well. As for my first impressions of the GUI, it's going to take a bit of getting used to. It's pretty similar to the PS4, I guess the basics, but when you press the PlayStation button, it gives like a pop-up menu at the bottom, and that's where you select all of your things. It's a bit different from the PS4. It is going to take some time getting used to, but this is a console. It's meant to be basic and simple, so you won't be needing to go into the command line typing sudo adb shell just to go uninstall a game you didn't want. And I'm sure everybody and their moms knows about PlayStation's new platformer, RIP Sackboy, but Astro, what is it called? Astro's Playroom or Astrobot, whatever they call it, is now here and is here to stay, I guess, because the game did get a sequel. This is like the pack-in PS5 game. Sadly, it's only a digital download. Some people might like that because it's just included in the game. It's easy, it's simple, it's built right in. And people like me who like collecting physical games, I mean, obviously it's a bit of a bummer because I would like to have a disc, but am I really complaining? It's a free game. It's still great either way. Now, will I be throwing out my high-end gaming PC in favor of the PS5? No, I will not be. But I still gotta admit that PS5 does look pretty impressive with all their fancy new hardware RT. We do have some upscaling that's probably better than the PS4 Pro. Anyways, let me know what you game on. If you do game on a PS5, let me know what you think of it, and subscribe to the channel for more gaming videos, and thanks for watching.